If you're not watching Dear White People, I don't know what your problem is. Let me tell you, the first episode of Dear White People shook me to my black ass spirit, deep down in my guts, in my Jocelyn voice. I loved Dear White People. Dear White People gave us a dose of just blackness, unapologetic, everything millennial shit. Let's talk about the issues, Bernie Sanders type of tease. Like, they brought everything to the forefront and they made it in a comedic way that made us want to continue to watch it. Now, originally when I first watched it, I thought I was going to only watch the first or two episodes, but as I lay in my bed thinking that I was in a sunken place, I continued to watch episode after episode after episode. Now, the only thing that I did not like about Dear White People is that the episodes were only 30 minutes long. I think they did this as a pilot to see what the tea was. This was good. It was even better than the movie. Don't get me wrong, the movie touched on some points. It was here, but it wasn't as black as I needed it to be. And this just gave me unapologetic, like, we're gonna put this out. And I understand from it being a movie, like, you know, that we couldn't do all of that. But in this Netflix series, we done it. And we did it. I love the platform that Netflix has because you can put out content and let it still be authentic as possible for people to digest and be happy. Like, I just didn't want that watered down bullcrap. I wanted some real stuff. Let's talk about the issues. Let's call white people out on that stuff. Now, some people said that, you know, Dear White People did not make white people feel uncomfortable. Like, there was a couple of, you know, parts where white people can laugh and joke and like, oh, okay. But I think that the message that it had was good. You can't just sit up here. There's different ways to reach people. Like, some people can reach people through comedy. Some people can reach people through dragging. Some people can reach people through other ways. So I think that this way, you know, people paying attention, like, you know, I'm white, let me watch it. You know, I don't think I'm racist, but watching this and paying attention, well, I'm white, you know, I'm not racist. But if you watch it and you listen and you understand your privilege, then you can check yourself. And I felt like it is, you know, what needs to be put out there. Like, there's several things that need to be done for us to continue to grow as a community and be collectively together. In some way, shape, or form, girl, it's not gonna be perfect. But Dear White People did that. Justin Simeon, you did that. I didn't feel like that it was being drawn out. So, you know, I'm gonna talk about some of the stuff that I liked about it. I'm gonna start from the beginning. If you've not seen it, it's gonna be some spoilers, so girl, get ready. So we starting out, our girl Sam, you know, she has a syndicated radio show at Winchester College. And what's so fun, I used to live on Winchester, or whatever the name of the school is. And Sam is dragging, you know, white people. She's on the show, she goes to a predominantly white institution, and she's just letting white people know, hey, this is trash, fix that. So in doing this, she found out that there was a Dear Black People party. Somebody had tried to take her message, took her voice, some all lives matter type of tease. So, you know, they did the party and white people showed up in blackface and dressed up as Nicki Minaj, and, you know, a couple of folks came and said, girl, y'all ain't finna be doing this, we ain't playing that. So it just piled on, you know, issue after issue. And come to find out, our girl Sam has a white boyfriend. Now, when I saw that, I was like, girl, you know, the universe has a mighty funny way of doing things. Like, it's just nothing is what we think it's going to be. As black and as woke as Sam claims to be, she is in a relationship with a white male, and she, you know, she feels gravitated to him and she doesn't understand. So we get to see a different side of a person, you know, that all black is not in one shape or color or form. It's different. You know, Sam, she watches Game of Thrones just like myself. You know, I love Game of Thrones. There's some stuff I do that, you know, might not be considered black, but all black is different. Not one black is going to be the standard. It's going to be completely different. You got black people who watch anime. Like, you got some black characters in anime that make this shit lit as fuck. Nonetheless, Sam is hopping on white dick, and the people find out. Now, what I found funny is that there was this black guy that has a big crush on Sam and just wants Sam, just wants her, just wants to be her king, and he wants her to be his queen, and just, you know, she's just not interested in him. And then the guy, he's interested in Sam, Sam's not interested in him, and there's a dark-skinned, beautiful woman who's interested in Reggie. Like, Reggie ain't even checking for this beautiful black queen that's just everything. She's describing what she wants in a guy, and that's Reggie. So it's, you know, it just goes to show you how shaded the universe is, girl. And it made me think, and it made me almost interested in doing another my feelings video, because it's just like, you know, why are we so interested and people are not interested in us? Why is the universe playing games with us like that? Are we attracted to rejection? That's another story, we'll get into that. So as we continue, we just learn more about the characters. Like, we just have biopics on every character. My favorite character was Lionel Higgins. That's my guy. And I'm gonna do a whole video on that later on why I am Lionel Higgins, because his story just resonated with me so much, and so many other black queers who can identify as the, you know, the stuff they've been through. So girl, I'm gonna talk about that later on in the video. That video is gonna be titled I Am Lionel Higgins. You're gonna check that out later on. So as the story progresses, Sam and her, you know, her group of folks, you know, trying to get the school involved. She wants the administration to take action on these people who went to this party, and for folks who want to do parties like that in the future. Now, what I did like is when they had their little coalitions or whatever of black people, they had these, you know, kind of black liberal Republicans a little bit, like, girl, we want to do the easy way. We like Martin Luther King group. Then you got the hashtag activists over here. Then you got, like, it just shows you so many different, you know, type of people that we experience in this advocacy work and stuff. The social justice stuff that we see all the time. Like, you got the people that just do hashtag. You got folks who wanna, you know, well, no, let's be nice, let's have a conversation. And yeah, the people say, no, we're not talking, we're ready to burn some shit up. So it's just interesting to see all this shit in one show. The one story that kind of shook me up a little bit was when Reggie had a gun pulled on him. And that was just like, it just spoke to me like, you know, this is security. Like, why are you pulling the gun out on this man? And, you know, why are you afraid? And why are you not pulling the gun on the white guy? And it started off from the white guy, you know, saying, hey, you know, he was rapping and saying the N-word and stuff. And Reggie said, hey, bro, you know, stop saying the word. And he was just, well, what's wrong? I can't say it's in the song. I mean, you know, what's the issue? You know, I don't have no issue. And Reggie was like, well, you know, if I say honky, you know, what's the T? He's like, I wouldn't be offended if you say honky. And Reggie said, that's exactly my point. You have not been affected by this the last so and so many years. Like, girl, you can't sit up here and say the word. It's demeaning and it's derogatory. Like, you cannot say it. Me saying it's not going to keep you from getting a job. But you saying it, and you've been saying it, has been keeping my people under. Like, you can't say it. So I loved it. That was a perfect comeback. I felt like Dear White People is going to teach us how to clap back to white people when they say ignorant, problematic shit like that. Justice Simmons, you did it. Oh, well, I want to talk about, y'all know I wouldn't be Justin J if I didn't give y'all the truth. My boy Troy, fine as hell, a fine black ass, ignorant ass guy. Brandon Bell is the guy that plays Troy. I would not lie to y'all, there was one episode, I think it was episode 3 or 4, our homeboy Troy was walking around, he was talking to Coco, and that child, and he was doing the mangler because that stick was swinging. Go check it out. It's on my Twitter, like, it was swinging. It was swinging, but we ain't gonna go into too much in detail. I do want to talk about Coco. Coco was a character that we needed, like her, as she was pulled from the south side of Chicago, and she was adopted by this white man, I think this white family, and she was just, you know, taught like blackness wasn't beautiful. You know, seen the scene where she was, you know, the girls told her, you know, you get the ugly doll, like you get the dark skinned doll, like that's ugly. That's stuff that we have been taught and that has been instilled in us. I have had experiences with it as well, where grandparents, you know, sit up here and saying like light skin is beautiful. They necessarily didn't say that, but it was understood how they treated other ones versus, you know, darker family members and stuff. So seeing how Coco grew up in that environment, how she is now, she's wearing a weave. Now that does not go to say that all black women who wear natural hair are the shit, and all women who and all black women who wear straight hair and permanent hair are hateful. It doesn't go to say that, but it just goes to show you the different effects of experiences in different people's lives that, you know, have grown them to this person that they are now. So like when people say, well, slavery was, you know, happened hundreds of years ago, the implications of slavery have affected us and still affecting us in 2017, and it's gonna take a long time and probably will never happen. It probably won't never happen. It will probably never be eradicated, the effects of slavery, especially when you still have white privilege just steady growing and white people don't understand that it is a problem. So, dear white people, I don't want to go into a whole review on it, but it's that show. It's that show, and it's so good that, matter of fact, I can watch it from the beginning and repeat. Like, that's my Martin, that's my Fresh Prince. I can't watch shows over and over again, but I can damn sure watch Dear White People, because I feel like every message had a message for it. Sam's message was interesting. Reggie's, message was interesting. Reggie, going through that, having a gun pulled on him, it affected him. So it's like mental stuff. Like, he could not react to it. He couldn't just go out and say, yeah, I want to go fight the fight. He was trying to recover from that. But Sam is trash for sleeping with Reggie. She should not have done that. She needs to stay on she needs to stay on that white penis, that pink penis, and stay on there and let our homegirl Joelle get some black pink she been wanting. Like, that's trash. Troy's father, I know why they picked that man to play him. I can't think of his name, but he played the perfect character of just being like, my son would never experience anything like that, because he knows how to act in situations and not make police officers and stuff feel threatened and whatever. And come to find out, later on, his child was almost about to go through that. So it doesn't matter what experiences you've had and, tone down your blackness or being respectful to police. It's not gonna save you all the time. Look at, Philando Castile, who, was driving and wasn't doing anything, trying to reach in his pocket and pull it out, and the police officer felt threatened by his black skin and pulled a gun out on him. So it just goes to show you can do whatever you want and you can say what you want to say, but it's not gonna change shit. Like, there's a stereotype and a stigma around a black man, a man of color, period. And I just talked to one of my guy friends not too long ago. He's a tall, dark-skinned, beautiful black man, and he's cute as hell too. And he was saying that he was in an elevator not too long ago, and two white women were in there, and they were clenching their purse. I've never experienced anything like that, but it was just, I was just taken aback from that. And my guy friend tonight told me that when he went to a club in Memphis, Tennessee, and he had his hat on backwards, it was a gay white club, predominantly probably white club, that told him, hey, you need to put your hat forward. You don't need to have your hat on backwards. It's gangbanging type. And he was like, girl, that's racist. And they escorted him out. So, and then you got the drag queens, the white drag queens that sit up here dressed up like Soulja Boy and Usher with their hats on backwards. So are they gonna gangbang us on the stage? It's trash. Check out Dear White People. It's on Netflix. I hope there's a season 2. I know it will. Justin Simeon, you did this. I do want to talk about the guy who played Lionel Higgins. Oh, you fine Deron Horton, you fine ass man. Deron Horton also played in Burning Sands, that, fraternity movie that talked about the toxic experiences of, going through fraternity, whatever, the bad experiences, not necessarily all of them. He played a different character in this movie than he played in that one, and it was good, and he's a phenomenal actor. I went through all his Instagram shit, and he's been doing this shit for a minute, and he's talented. Now, what I don't like is I don't like the fact that we have a heterosexual guy. I'm not sure what Deron's sexuality is. It really doesn't matter. Well, it does matter. I'm not sure what Deron's sexuality is, but I don't like the fact that we have heterosexual people playing gay characters in shows and stuff, where we can give that to a black queer guy and let them play it. Like, I don't like that. I don't like the feeling of that, but that's something we got to get on, and they even did that with our movie Moonlight. Like, I'm just not here for people who identify as heterosexual playing gay characters. I'm just not interested in that. We need some work, we need some jobs. Other than that, Dear White People was the shit. We'll be watching again. I encourage you to check it out on Netflix. Tell me what y'all think about it. What was your favorite episode, honey? Y'all know I'm starting a book club. We about to change some things up, honey. Make sure you also checking out kingareads.com. Get ready for the For the Culture podcast. Next episode, it will be dropping Tuesday with me and Adrian. I love y'all so much, and I'll talk y'all later. Bye.